your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Richardson will throw to start out here. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Texans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Texans at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Off play action, Richardson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Here's Stroud. On the move to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud here on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's an early scramble reviewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to give up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Play action. Stroud now. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the
field. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it, and the Texans scoop it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Stroud now on second down. Wright's got it. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, it's Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Going for it with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 35-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Stroud off the play fake.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route, coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
On first down, here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Stroud now on first and 10. Delivers another one to Pierce. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing now is Stroud.
And it's caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Give left, and he loses the football a second time. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Tariq Carpenter will be credited with the tackle. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game.
Pierce has it knocked loose, and the Texans scoop it. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And Stroud now to throw. It's complete. Burks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's got this down to the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 35 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about
it. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. Normally, he's pretty reliable, usually catches what's thrown to him, and that play simply dropped it.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Stroud.
Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, here's Pierce. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Stroud.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
And this will be a Texans first down as they'll get this up to about the 42.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
On the set.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Here's Stroud. On the out route, he's got Burks.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Stroud sets up the play action.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
First and 10, Taylor now. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he's got Pierce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Second down, here's Richardson.
They'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The Colts on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for from the other.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On third down, here's Richardson.
Eluding the pressure.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And the Texans scoop it. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Okay.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds Douglas complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Stroud to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some exploit.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now it's looking incredible. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Drop 50, drop 50.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no...
I come alive in the dawn.